At first, it was about health. Then it became about weight loss. Now it's about power control over age, over appearance, over perception. Scroll through any award show from the past year and you'll notice it. Something has changed. The faces, the bodies, the silence. Celebrities insist it's discipline, hard work, lifestyle shifts. But fans aren't convinced. When rapid transformations become the norm, we have to ask, is this progress? Or are we watching a dangerous trend unfold in real time? At the top of our list is Kathy Bates, and her story forces us to slow down before jumping to conclusions. Unlike many others caught up in Hollywood's rapid transformation culture, Kathy wasn't chasing a thinner silhouette for the cameras. She was confronting a serious diagnosis. In 2017, she learned she had type 2 diabetes, a condition that runs deep in her family. She had seen its consequences firsthand, and she knew ignoring it wasn't an option. What followed wasn't an overnight change. Over the course of 7 years, Kathy lost 100 pounds. 80 of those pounds came from sustained lifestyle adjustments, mindful eating, portion control, and the daily discipline of saying no. Only the final 20 pounds were supported by a physician-prescribed GLP-1 medication intended to stabilize her blood sugar. She has consistently emphasized that her journey was rooted in medical necessity and hard work. And yet, even with transparency and proper supervision, her slimmer appearance sparked speculation. That reaction reveals something bigger than Kathy herself. When legitimate treatment becomes entangled with trend culture, it becomes difficult to separate health from hype, and that's where the real conversation begins. Ariana Grande's recent transformation became a global talking point, not because she confirmed anything, but because of how visibly different she appeared during a year of intense public exposure. As she stepped onto red carpets promoting Wicked, fans immediately began dissecting her appearance. The conversation moved fast, and as always, it moved without permission. But Ariana's story cannot be separated from the machinery of celebrity itself. She has grown up in the spotlight, scrutinized since her teenage years. Every era of her career has come with commentary about her body too thin, too curvy, too different, too something. When your image is analyzed at that scale for over a decade, it shapes how you see yourself. The demanding schedule of filming, touring, and constant promotion adds another layer. Sleep deprivation, stress, performance pressure, these factors alone can alter a person's physical presence. Yet in today's culture, visible change is quickly attributed to pharmaceutical shortcuts. Whether her transformation stems from stress, lifestyle, or something else entirely, the public reaction reveals more about us than about her. In a society obsessed with optimization, even subtle changes become evidence in a narrative we're eager to construct. Cynthia Erivo's recent transformation became a focal point during the intense promotional cycle for Wicked. As premieres, press tours, and award appearances stacked back-to-back, public attention shifted from her performance to her physique. Photos circulated rapidly, and online commentary dissected every angle of her frame. The shift in focus was telling. Cynthia is known for discipline, Broadway-level stamina, vocal precision, physical endurance. Her career has always demanded extraordinary control over her body. But when an industry project carries global expectations, that discipline can easily tip into something harsher. Blockbuster films don't just market talent, they market image. And image, in today's climate, is relentlessly optimized. Whether her appearance changed due to role preparation, stress, scheduling intensity, or personal choice, the speed of public speculation reveals a deeper cultural reflex. We have become conditioned to interpret visible weight loss through a pharmaceutical lens. Instead of asking how grueling months of filming might affect someone physically, we jump to trend narratives. Cynthia's experience underscores a broader issue. When artists are preparing for career-defining moments, their bodies become part of the performance. And in a culture that equates thinness with dedication, the line between preparation and pressure grows increasingly thin. Sunny Hostin's transformation unfolded under one of the most unforgiving spotlights in media daytime television. As a co-host on a nationally broadcast talk show, she appears on screen almost daily, in high definition, in real time. There is no editing, no strategic angles, no pause between critique and commentary. For women on television, especially those over 40, appearance is never neutral. It becomes part of the discourse. After gaining weight during the pandemic, Sunny openly acknowledged feeling anxious about returning to the studio. That anxiety speaks to something larger than personal insecurity. In broadcast environments, visibility magnifies scrutiny. Viewers comment. Headlines speculate. Social media dissects still frames. When her appearance shifted noticeably, attention followed. Whether the change stemmed from medical support, lifestyle adjustments, or both, the reaction revealed how tightly we tether female credibility to physical presentation. Male anchors rarely face the same level of analysis. Sunny's experience highlights a cultural imbalance. Women in news are expected to deliver authority and relatability, while simultaneously conforming to evolving beauty standards. In that environment, body transformation becomes less about vanity and more about survival within a system that equates visibility with evaluation. Julianne Hough has long embodied peak physical performance. As a professional dancer turned actress and television personality, her brand has been built on strength, precision, and visible fitness. So when recent red carpet appearances revealed a noticeably leaner frame, the public reaction was immediate, not because she was unfamiliar with discipline, but because she already represented its extreme. In a culture increasingly obsessed with biohacking and longevity, even the fittest individuals are encouraged to push further. Wellness is no longer just about health, it's about optimization. Sharper lines, lower body fat, aesthetic refinement presented as personal evolution. For someone like Julianne, whose career rewards physical excellence, that pressure can quietly intensify. When your livelihood is intertwined with how your body performs and photographs, maintaining becomes escalating. The difference between dedication and depletion can become difficult to measure from the outside. Speculation often rushes toward pharmaceutical explanations, but the larger issue may lie in expectation itself. When society applauds constant refinement, even those already at peak condition can feel compelled to go further. Julianne's transformation reflects a broader truth. In performance-driven industries, fit is rarely considered finished. Nikki Glazer's role in this conversation isn't about a visible transformation, it's about influence. When she stepped onto the Golden Globe stage and joked that it was Ozempic's biggest night, the room laughed. But the joke landed because it felt true. In one sentence, she acknowledged what many suspected yet few openly discussed. What followed was more revealing. In interviews, Nikki expressed open support for people choosing medical weight loss treatments, framing it as empowerment rather than controversy. On the surface, that stance promotes autonomy, the right to make personal health decisions without shame. But when a public figure with a massive platform normalizes pharmaceutical intervention in a casual tone, the cultural ripple effect matters. Comedy has always reflected society, but it also shapes it. When something becomes punchline material, it becomes mainstream. Nikki's commentary didn't create the trend, it signaled that the trend had fully arrived. The deeper question isn't whether she's right or wrong. It's how celebrity endorsement, even indirect, influences perception. In an era where body transformation is both spectacle and currency, Humor can quietly accelerate normalization, turning medical treatment into cultural shorthand for self-improvement. Near the top of this conversation is Gracie McGraw, not because of scandal, but because of what her transformation represents. As the daughter of two country music icons, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, Gracie grew up inside an industry that quietly equates thinness with discipline, success, and worth. That kind of environment shapes you long before you realize it. When recent photos showed a noticeably slimmer Gracie, speculation spread quickly. The speed of the change fueled online commentary, with strangers dissecting her face, her frame, her timeline. But here's the deeper issue. Why are we so quick to assume pharmaceutical intervention? Because rapid weight loss has become normalized in celebrity culture. Whether or not she used any medical assistance almost becomes secondary. The real story is generational pressure. When you're born into fame, your body becomes public property before your identity fully forms. Gracie is in her 20s, a period meant for self-discovery, yet she's navigating scrutiny that most adults would struggle to withstand. Her transformation forces a larger question. In a culture obsessed with optimization, do young public figures even get the chance to grow naturally anymore? Lauren Alaina's transformation didn't just spark headlines, it sparked a conversation. Unlike many public figures who dodge speculation, Lauren chose transparency. She openly acknowledged using a GLP-1 medication to support her weight loss, not because of a hidden medical crisis, but because she wanted change. That honesty is rare and revealing. Country music has long walked a complicated line between relatability and image. Artists are expected to feel authentic, grounded, real. But they're also navigating an industry where cameras magnify everything and appearance quietly influences opportunity. Lauren has spoken in the past about body image struggles, about growing up in the spotlight after American Idol. So when she chose pharmaceutical support, it wasn't happening in a vacuum. It was happening inside a culture that rewards physical transformation. The public response was split. Some applauded her candor. Others questioned the message it sends to young fans who once saw her as a voice for self-acceptance. And that tension is the real story. When honesty about medical weight loss still feels controversial, it exposes how conflicted we are about beauty, autonomy, and the pressure to evolve. Lauren's decision reflects not just personal choice, but cultural expectation. Brooke Shields has spent more than 4 decades in the public eye, a rare longevity in an industry that often replaces women as quickly as trends shift. For years, she was seen as a symbol of natural beauty, someone who seemed to age with grace rather than resistance. That history makes the recent conversation around her appearance particularly revealing. When photos surfaced showing a noticeably leaner Brooke on the red carpet, public reaction wasn't just about weight, it was about time. Commentators noted sharper features, more visible bone structure, a different kind of presence. And almost immediately, the narrative formed. Thinner, but somehow older. That paradox exposes Hollywood's impossible equation for women. Stay youthful, but don't look artificial. Maintain thinness, but don't lose volume. Appear effortless, but clearly work for it. The margin for error narrows with age. Whether her transformation reflects personal choice, stress, health decisions, or something else entirely, the response highlights a deeper discomfort with aging itself. In an industry that monetizes youth, even subtle physical change becomes symbolic. Brooke's situation reminds us that for women in Hollywood, aging isn't just biological, it's political. Meghan Trainor's transformation unfolded at a particularly vulnerable moment after motherhood. Following the birth of her second child, she stepped back into an industry that rarely grants women time to recalibrate. In entertainment, the unspoken expectation is clear. Recover quickly, look camera-ready, and re-enter the spotlight as if nothing changed. For Meghan, the conversation carried added weight. She built her career on body positivity, challenging narrow beauty standards with anthems about self-acceptance. That history made her visible transformation more culturally charged. When she acknowledged using medical support alongside diet and exercise, reactions were divided. Some praised her honesty. Others questioned whether the industry had quietly rewritten the rules. Postpartum bodies are already scrutinized under unrealistic timelines. Add celebrity visibility, and that scrutiny multiplies. The idea of bouncing back becomes less about health and more about optics. Meghan's decision exists within that pressure system, one that equates physical change with discipline and marketability. Her story reflects a larger tension in modern culture. Can body positivity survive in an environment that still rewards visible transformation? Or does even empowerment eventually bend under commercial expectation? These stories aren't just about celebrities. They're about the culture we all participate in, the standards we normalize, the transformations we applaud, and the silence we accept. When health, image, and influence collide, the conversation matters. If this perspective challenged the way you see public transformations, stay with us. Subscribe, share your thoughts below, and let's keep questioning the systems shaping what we call normal.